Hello, my name is David Tashney. I am the Principal Technical Architect here at GitLab. This is GitLab Level Up, and I will be talking with you today about GitLab, built to be highly available. I will briefly discuss what is GitLab and what does scalability mean. I will discuss installing GitLab on 3 architectures that scale: GitLab on AWS, other cloud providers, and on-prem, as well as Kubernetes hybrid to scale. You may or may not know, GitLab is a platform that extends the entire development lifecycle, where you can manage, plan, create, verify, package, secure, release, configure, monitor, and defend the applications that you develop. GitLab under the hood is actually, depending on your configuration and add-ons, give or take, 19 to 26 integrated services that all together build the GitLab platform. Things to consider when architecting your platform. We want your system to be the right size. It costs time and money to build complex systems. If you have 100 team members using GitLab, it shouldn't be the same system as an enterprise or government with 10,000 users. If you undersize your system, it can have an effect on performance. Scalability and high availability systems protect your data by eliminating single points of failure and replicating your state data. GitLab supports 0 downtime upgrades. This increases your productivity to reduce loss of developer work time. We know you depend on GitLab, and we want our platform to be available to you and your teams to use. As you're considering a GitLab architecture, please reference our reference architecture documentation online. If your organization has less than 1,000 users, consider using a single instance GitLab with all the services running. This can provide you a robust systems, low complexity, easy to maintain, whether it's in the cloud or on-prem. A single instance might be your best path. Depending on your hypervisor, taking snapshots at regular intervals will mitigate data loss and provide an excellent and fast rollback if something does go wrong. GitLab is proud to announce we have been certified with AWS DevOps competency, affirming our further commitment as a technology partner with Amazon Web Services. In doing so, we use AWS services to make both GitLab and AWS better together. Scaling from 2,000 to 25,000 users, we utilize auto-scaling for combined service application servers, simplifying complexity in our platform, and provides better service in a stateless manner that can be blown away or rebuilt at will. For state data, we have GitLab cluster, GitLab's own service for holding Git data. With replication and high availability for Postgres databases, we use RDS, and we use AWS Elasticache for Redis. For other state data, we utilize S3. This is the preferred method on AWS cloud systems because installation and maintenance becomes much easier. Okay, here's where it starts to get fun. With other cloud providers such as GCP, Azure, as well as on-prem, depending on the size of your organization, we want to start to break out Sidekick service from the application server. This will provide better performance. GitLab also has built in PostgreSQL cluster with PG Bouncer and console for high availability, GitLab cluster for Git replication and HA, Redis Sentinel for Redis HA. I recommend using object storage for your cloud. Or if your data center supports an S3 compatible object storage, this removes dependency on NFS. For pages, it is possible to direct traffic to a dedicated pages application server running in a single instance through your load balancer. GitLab provides an easy to install and maintain Helm chart for Kubernetes, similar to AWS that I spoke about earlier. By using Kubernetes Helm, we can offload the scaling orchestration to Kubernetes. For highly available systems that scale, we have advanced configuration for large-scale enterprises that provide external cloud databases, external Redis, and object storage for replication. We also recommend keeping the GitLab cluster out of the Kubernetes namespace for performance. Pro tips and tricks. Upgrading without downtime. Starting with GitLab 9.1, it is possible to upgrade your newer major or minor patch versions of GitLab without having to take your GitLab instance offline. Only upgrade one minor release at a time. So from 11.10 to 11.11, or from 11.11 to 12.0, but not 11.10 to 12.3. Use post-deployment migrations for database migrations. This will run in the background. And use PostgreSQL. This is mandatory starting in version 12. When you have multi-node GitLab instance, use a blue and green upgrading deployment policy. You can pull half the nodes out of the load balancer before upgrading. This will minimize risk and minor interruptions. Thank you for joining me at GitLab Level Up. You can please connect with me on LinkedIn. I can answer any questions that you wish. Thank you very much.